guys, welcome back to another video. So just about an hour ago the new PlayStation 5 was actually released and I've got the spec list up right in front of me. I'm going to display it on the screen as I'm reading it out as well. Pricing, let's talk about that first. It's gone up quite a lot. We're going to be looking at about, I think it's £450 for the base model, which is the all digital. It's a lot slimmer than the one with the DVD tray, obviously. So in a way, that's bonus. Then we've got all the stock specs here, which talks about what storage it's going to come with, SSD, all that stuff. The lighting's a bit crap at the minute. It is like 11 o'clock here in the UK. So it comes with the AMD Zen 2 base CPU with 8 cores at 3.5 GHz, obviously variable. The GPU, I've never heard of this one before. It's a 10.28 TF LOPS, 36 CUs at 2.23 GHz variable frequency. GPU architected as a custom RDNA2. We've got 16 gigs of GDDR6, 256-bit RAM in that. That's a new upgrade. That's going to be a big difference, especially for gaming and having loads of tasks open. Memory and bandwidth 448 gigabytes a second. And the internal storage, I think, comes with a base model of 825 gigabyte SSD. I think that's 1 terabyte, but with obviously system coverage, that's how much is going to be left over. So with the starting price of £450 and you're getting them specs, that's definitely an upgrade to the older PlayStations. I haven't got the spec list up for the older PlayStations, but I can already tell that's an upgrade. I think they had 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the stock version was 500 gigabyte, and that was a normal hard drive. I think they all came out as a release as the Samsung normal 2.5 inch hard drives. So the SSD is going to be a big upgrade, especially just going back to your menu. You'll notice on the PS4, going back to your menu, you get that stutter every now and then, especially if you're playing like heavier intense games like GTA or something like that, or Call of Duty. That's another big one. You'll get that stutter as you're going back to your menu. The 16 gigs of RAM and the SSD will be a big help on that. So it'll stop. Hopefully we'll get smoother menus and stuff like that. Another thing, if you look at the design, obviously on the front you got the USB-C port, and as far as I'm aware the controller's actually USB Type-C as well. My PlayStation Lite's running out of battery, that's kind of sad, but the controller's Type-C, the PlayStation has Type-C port, so I'm guessing it's Type-C to Type-C, faster charging. But if you look down the top sides, I'm going to try and get a picture on the screen. If you look down from the top, it's got the gaps, the fans, and that seems to follow through all the way through, so hopefully it doesn't have the same issue as the normal original PS4 and the PS4 Pro where it just gets really loud. Hopefully that cooling all around will help it keep it a lot quieter so you can actually hear yourself while playing. I don't really know what else to talk about. The design's really nice, it's a big upgrade. If we're comparing it to Xbox, I'll try and get the Xbox picture up there that I found. If we're comparing it to Xbox, it's quite a big difference. PlayStation have put a lot of effort into it. It just looks futuristic. It's like smooth. It's not like, I feel like with the normal PlayStation that they brought out last year, they didn't put much effort into it. It was just more of a slimmer look to the old PlayStation 3. But they've definitely put a lot of effort into this one and making it look nicer, and I'm hoping that new design will keep it cool, because the old PlayStation did get really hot, especially the original. With the chrome side, if you had that one, you were screwed, let's put it that way. But so far it's looking, there's not much else I know, because obviously there's still things to be released, but all I know is it's coming out, it should be near the end of this year. Yeah, I'm just happy that they're putting SSDs into consoles now. That's going to make such a big difference, especially with them getting cheaper now, because technology's moved on. So they're able to implement that into their consoles, which is going to be great help. A £450 starting price of the leaks, that I'm not sure about that yet. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit higher with looking at these specs now. Because if you just get these specs in a gaming PC, it'd be kind of a bit more expensive, so I'm not too sure. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit more than that, probably nearer to 550. That's still to change. It's not even been an hour since it was released. I just thought I'd give you guys a quick overview of what you're kind of going to expect from the PlayStation 5 and what I know so far. But looking at these specs, I haven't heard many of these because obviously console specs to PC specs totally different. But it's looking pretty powerful, especially with the 8 cores. And with it having 8 cores, you got to expect it to have 8 threads or more. So that's going to be very good for like the newer games that they've released. If you watch their conference, I think it's just over 2 hours, still live actually. If you just go back to the near the start, you got all the PS4 games, and you move on to the PlayStation 5 exclusives, and they look amazing, graphic wise, everything. It's just like, it's really good. I've got a feeling that they're gonna outplay Xbox on this one. I'm just getting this other list up now. So yeah, they're meant to come out in the summer this year, is what the leaks have been. So they both support 8K, the Xbox and the PlayStation. Pretty similar specs, but the PlayStation does have a bit more like humph in it, from what this is saying. And I think the design is just so much nicer. Like, they put so much effort into making it look like futuristic. And I noticed, I'm gonna try and get it up on the screen, and so you guys can see in the corner, it has this little remote with it. And I think this little remote, because you've got the headset, that looks really nice actually. I'm guessing it comes with all that, and you got the controller holders and stuff like that. But this little remote, I'm guessing that's for like watching stuff like media, like you would sit back and watch Netflix. Instead of having to have your controller, I'm guessing you can have this little remote. I'm not too sure what that was for. Haven't seen any videos on that yet. So this is going to be part 1. Obviously, as I learn more, I'll tell you guys more. Surprised no one's walked in to tell me off actually, it's quite late, but I thought I'd put this video out there. That's about all there is to say. If you guys leave some comments and you want to know something, I can do a little bit of research for you. But I've released the trailer as well, so if you go onto the other part of the channel, you can go and have a look at that. I just thought I'd release this quick video. So hopefully, I think you can actually pre-order it now. I think it's just gone up on Game, which is in the UK. So I think you can pre-order it. But like I said, I'm not sure about the prices, so I don't get how that works, but they have put it on Game. Just quickly go on their website. They've released the specs on the actual Game website. Yeah, they've just released the specs, you can't actually pre-order it yet. So hopefully within these next couple of weeks we can find out the price, and obviously, as I said, if I find out more, I will inform you guys. Yeah, it's in the internal storage, 825GB. Obviously we're having the all digital version. I'm hoping they bring out that with at least like 1.5TB, let's say, is like base, because when you have 1TB and you got these new games like Call of Duty, graphics on them, and that's still taking 120GB up, think of what these new games are going to be like. So you're going to need a bit more than that 825 available space. And GTA now, that's 7 years old, the graphics on that, and that's still taking up about 100GB. And then you got the same for Red Dead 2, that's 120GB. If they're bringing out these new updates with these enhanced graphics, you've got to have that extra storage, and I don't think they're putting enough in on that part of it. But like I said, I'm going to try and get like the specs up and little pictures every now and then throughout the edit of the video. I'm hoping to get this done pretty soon. But yeah, comment if you want to know anything else about it, and I'll do some research for you guys. But this is all I know so far. Hopefully I can find out some more, and I'll make a part 2 on this. So yeah, just drop a comment, drop a like, and subscribe. It'll be helpful. Trying to grow the channel. My aim's for 1,000 subscribers, so every little video that I put out there is a big help. So yeah, thanks for watching.